was just.
I'm sorry. I know it's a touchy subject.
of the screen. Fingers fight fast like a war machine. Controller's his weapon, his world to stream. Living the dream in the digital scene. Headset crackles with his battle cries. Virtual kingdoms fall under his skies. No sleep, no rest, he's on the rise. Birth to the gamer with fire in his eyes. Burnsy, king of the game. Lighting up the world with a fiery flame. Screaming his chaos, he's calling his name. Burnsy the gamer with fire in his eyes. Enemies tremble when they see his tag. Victory's his flag, he doesn't lag. Trash talk flies, but he never drags. Burnsy's a storm in a tattered rag. Pixels and wires, his battlefield. To no one he bends, he never yields. Through the code, his fate is sealed. Burnsy's spirit cannot be concealed. Burnsy, king of the game. Lighting up the world with a fiery flame. Screaming his chaos, he's carving his name. Burnsy the gamer with fire in his eyes. Pixels and wires, his battlefield. To no one he bends, he never yields. Through the code, his fate is sealed. Burnsy's spirit cannot be concealed. Burnsy, king of the game. Lighting up the world with a fiery flame. Screaming his chaos, he's carving his name. Burnsy the gamer with fire in his eyes.
And with that, we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Slime Rancher 2 stream, as voted by you. How's everyone doing today? I think I've said hi to everyone as people have come in. Unfortunately, the bot has decided it does not want to play ball today, so we are going without it. But yeah, how is everyone? We have had the welfare checks redeemed, so quick run through those. Big Mischief has been temperamental today, shall we say. He's had a mix of sort of New Year's celebrations with family and temper tantrums that he doesn't get his way. But he is too, so that's bound to happen. But he has gone to sleep reasonably well with his books, so can't really complain about that one. So yeah, and as for me, I have sort of slept. The stream yesterday went on sort of a bit longer than expected, but not as long as it could have. I know Dark and T carried on till US midnight. I did a couple of hours past the UK midnight. And then have been with family for most of the day. But I've had some sleep, I've eaten, drank, I've got pants on, and otherwise am okay, I think. So it's another day. So yeah, I think all is well. But yeah, so we're going to jump into Slime Rancher 2. Last time we upgraded the jetpack and our energy cells so that we could carry on with the puzzle that we were working on last time in the Grey Labyrinth. So we'll jump across to that. Let me know how volume levels are. I've also come in and we've got a message from Victor, so we'll quickly go through that and then we will head off to the Grey Labyrinth. Beatrix, I was just cleaning out my lab and found this. Perhaps you have a use for it. I believe it's still in working order. You know what they say, one person's trash is another person's hastily issued gift. Enjoy. An attention flag. Okay. Useful marker when you really need to call attention to something. We'll head back over to the Grey Labyrinth then and carry on with what we were doing before. Hey, Broken Scene, how are you doing today? Hey T, how you doing? Pulled a muscle and my oven broke. Oh god, that's not... This is not the start of the new year that we should be having. I'm doing okay, procrastinating, but you know. Well, hopefully I can be entertainment for your procrastination. At least I have some uses. Also did a good walk and have managed to be productive. It swings and roundabouts. Yeah, but the oven breaking is quite a pain in the ass. I'm guessing the... Did you say you pulled a muscle? Yeah, you pulled it. I'm guessing that was because of the walk. Hey Tyler. How are you doing today? Oh, this damn cough. I think you're taking a nap. Yeah, you went quite late. way, I think I cleared that God solo, by the way. GOG solo. Pulled a muscle by carrying a backpack that was too heavy yesterday. Made worse by slipping over today. It doesn't sound like you've had a particularly good day. Also, for those who have been complaining at me to play Monster Hunter, there is now some stuff on... I've added stuff to Throne to make it possible. So if people are that desperate for me to play it, if the goals on Throne are reached, then we will do it. I guess. I don't really have a choice at that point. I'm choosing to have a positive attitude about it and focus on my wins for the day. Honestly, the first time I read that in my head, I misread it. So instead of wins, it was wine of the day. Wrong type of whining, Tyler. I did win a bottle of wine in a raffle that sat on the side. Well, there you go then. That's a good excuse to open it. Right. That one. That's where I'm going. I always forget which tower it is. Hey Shippo, how are you doing today? Right, so I'm aiming for over there. Or maybe not. Maybe I can just go straight to this platform. Oh, I can! Ha! Right. Oh, I only need to get it to there. Put one to there, going to there then. One to there, going to... Yeah. I'll put that away. We're making progress, people. Well, the only monster hunter I have is Rivals of Sunbreak. I thought you were, maybe not. Wait, what the? This is a completely new biome. Oh, God. Oh god. Oh god. Wee. Ooh. Never mind, I think it was Salon. Thought I was gonna die there. Shiny. Oh. Hi Beatrix. I've been calling this area the terrarium. Why the terrarium? Well, you know, a terrarium is just a container that keeps plants outside of their usual environment. And this time I came through here, that's what it looked like to me. Just a biosphere. Though a really beautiful one with unique foods and slimes. And maybe that's true. It's possible that this is just a way the labyrinth represents the outside world here in the labyrinth, safely behind glass. But I'm no longer sure. So what do you think is really happening here? Well, the thing is, Beatrix, I have no way of knowing. Not really, but I'm very sure the labyrinth as a whole is a facility that was intended to contain and stabilise the Prismacore. So logically, the terrarium is here for some Prismacore related reason. And if I think about it, what that could be, I wonder if it's a seed bank of some kind. Like if there was really a bad in the future, if the Prismacore became too unstable and really truly breached. This would be a way of ensuring that some flora would survive the ensuing calamity. If so, that would mean that the terrarium is basically, well, an insurance policy. So that's, if the worst happened, well, that could be a do-over. I mean, relatable. Oh. Things are in a bad state, but there's a lot to see and love here. I hope you can take some time to enjoy it too. Goddamn shadows. Shot that one in the face and it didn't do anything. They always wait until you shoot and then... We have another puzzle. What do you want? Here's one I picked up earlier. Okay, so we got that door that goes that way. There's a button up there. Oh. Some of these slimes make really weird noises. Oh. There's a quantum bee thing up there. Oh. Well, that was easy. Oh, but there's things there. There's another talky thing over there. He wants to bet Dark's all asleep. Yeah, he probably is. He did stream for like 8 hours, or was part of a stream for 8 hours yesterday. No, more than 8 hours actually. I think it was like 10 hours in the end. Hi Beatrix, fascinating area, right? It's almost like some kind of museum. That might be why the glass cases say to us, but I believe it's here for another purpose. Actually, I'm convinced that they have something to do with the manipulation of time. I've observed one of these plants for a while, and I've noticed that time moves faster inside their cases than outside of them. I think it must have something to do with the way analysing the prismacle's effects on the natural world. Perhaps there's a way to help predict what would happen in the event of a breach. Is it what happened to the tiny buildings too? It might be, I'm not sure. Maybe it is, or maybe it's manipulation of space itself, or even a third thing that's so alien to us that we'll never have the context to figure it out. There are so many mysteries on Rainbow Island, Beatrice, and I don't think we'll solve even half of them in our lifetime. Sometimes all you can do is look through the glass and wonder about what happens on the other side. Do you feel that way often? I felt that way for a long time, honestly. You know, my whole life was planned out. I'd grow up and then take over the ranch just like my mum took over from Grandma. One day I'd pass the ranch down to my own children. It was all meant with such love, a beautiful home, our family's legacy. To me it's such a small world, like being in one of those domes here. Pressing your hand against the glass and imagining the life I'd be living if I hadn't been born on a ranch. I came to Rainbow Island to try and live that other life, but I'm trapped again now. It feels this time for real. Isn't it ironic? I'm behind the glass, shut away like everything else in here. I'll head out to help free you as soon as I can. I know we have to hurry, but take some time to enjoy what's in front of you too. Right, so we still need another button. We had that burns. You forgot to turn your mic off. Sorry, I can't do scrolling Twitter X because I don't know why really. Hey Rex, how are you doing today? Rex decided to be nice now. No more ending tea and dark in game. Oh, blow my nose. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not that I'm still ill, it's just this cough. I just can't get over it for some reason. Another shadow door, really? I've still had a cough since bronchitis. Oh, thank you for the hydrate reminder. I will hydrate now. I deleted. Oh no, there's gold here. So even the terrain is starting to be affected. At least it's probably still a useful shortcut. The gold is a problem. Anywhere close to the Prisma core can be affected, but its reality-altering properties. Materials change from one to another, switching from solid to liquid to glass, flickering entirely out of existence. Outside the labyrinth, it's seemingly harmless changes, but here it's more dangerous. Imagine if a section of the floor you're standing on vanished under you, or if the only door out became a solid wall of rock. And the gold, it seems to be the most potent of the transmutations, and it's probably the fate of this world if left unchecked. And it feels like King Midas from my storybooks. King Midas? It's an old myth about a king named Midas who wished to have it. All he touched turned to gold. He became rich beyond measure, but as soon as he discovered that he could no longer eat or drink, he withered away. When I first discovered the Prisma core, I was horrified at seeing the whole ecosystem turning to gold. I called for help, but those who arrived saw only value of the gold. It ended in disaster when they tried to harness the full power. I won't let that happen again. We can't. So I should hurry and make use of that shortcut. Right. I remember there being one there. The memory isn't reliable these days. Shortcuts are funny things. Space and time are both full of shortcuts when you think about it. I mean, I use my memories of the area and quantum tech to set up these projectors. That's a kind of time-based shortcut. Physical shortcuts are maybe more recognizable, knowing they are quick ways back to places you've been before, and it can make all the difference, right? I can completely change what you'd otherwise do. I know it has for me. I thought we'd often find ourselves in the same place in the end, one way or another. Time to head on. Talk to you soon, Beatrix. Let's see how much this door's going to take. Oh, not that much. Good. So we've got a shortcut down there now. Is there anything over here? What are you? Hyper slime. Hold on tight, the slime goes places. It's got places to be. Well, that opens that door. Okay. Button behind the glass there. Another button here. Ah. Button there. Oh god. Okay, we've got another biome over there. We'll come back to that in a second. Is T... Is T dying? Should we find a new younger model since the only one seems to... Since the old one seems to be on a deathbed. I don't think we can replace T. I'm not sure that's allowed. Oh, that's the button. I think T might also be upset about being replaced. Oh. Wait, why am I... Why is my model on the deathbed? I think it's just you... I think the idea is it's you in general, T. She's okay with being replaced. Didn't you see her letter? T is not okay with being replaced. Cats are never satisfied. I mean, no. What did you expect? Oh, that is an angle port. Great, okay. You don't want a German T-Winks to spice up the community. No, I don't think so. We have some Germans in the community already. I just gave one a treat. It immediately walked over to the food bowl and whined. Cats are the best liars. Only they can have been just fed dinner and still look at you as if they've never been fed in their entire life. No, 2-year-olds can do that as well. So the other day I was early to nursery pickup. So Baby Mischief had just had dinner. So it's like, right, you don't need anything on the way back. Oh my god, you would think he has never been fed. So you've literally come from the dining table, kid. You do not need more food right this second. To be fair, I had the same face when go for another slice of pizza, and there was no pizza. But you only have yourself to blame for that one. Oh, there's the map. I know I should order more pizza. The oh, that's another section of map. Sounds like he needs to level up his hunger levels. With broccoli? What? Why with broccoli? To be fair, we tried him on some broccoli and cauliflower earlier today. He did not appreciate. Okay, well, here goes nothing. So I need some boom plots. There is booms there, but no chickens down here from the looks of it. So I need to go get some chickens. I get it to be another plot. And that gives me 2. Kids tend to not like broccoli. My parents had it easy with me though. They got me to eat broccoli like crazy. The baby's probably too young for Frank's hot sauce. Goes great on cauliflower. Yeah, this is much too young. All they had to do was say, Littlefoot eats trees. Don't you want to be a dinosaur like Littlefoot? Is it Land Before Time? Never snubbed broccoli again after that. Oh. Chicken. Right. Let's take 2 just in case. To be frank, that would have worked for me. When I was younger, all I'd eat is fish fingers and waffles. Isn't there like 20 odd movies for that dino film? Broccoli and peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich like I used to. That sounds disgusting. Yeah, but I only owned the original one. It was made for... It was my first movie and I loved dinosaurs so much after that. Okay, we have mysterious glowing portal there. So look what's over here first. I don't really got anything to fire at them. Have I hit them with water? Nothing happens. Oh. Oh, and I can pick this up. And now they all disappear. It's funny what people thought dinosaurs looked like back then versus now. Yeah, so much more has been found out about dinosaurs now. Him. That's not a talky thing. Hello again, Beatrix. Do you need something? Okay. Guess it's not another talky thing. Have I looped around, or is she just bored of talking to me now? Oh, wait. Oh, have I completely looped? Yes, I have. Oh no, where did I go? Where did I come from? Is it this way? It's this door here, isn't it? Why would I be a chicken if I was a dinosaur? Why am I getting called Zorro? Alright, so that's that portal. Okay. Everything's starting to link up now. So from One Piece always gets lost. Wee. Okay, so I still haven't found another button to raise this. Oh. Fly like a bee, fly for 5 seconds without using the jetpack. Oh, typical. Was that your stream? What do you mean, Tyler? Why did the bear quit his job? He was making the bare minimum. Oh, that sounds Steam. Yeah, it was Steam. I got an achievement for flying around. Reminds me I gotta go post the pun of the day. I think your joke tickled T. Hey Alaga, how are you doing today? It is another day and hopefully a better year at that. T didn't turn off her tickle settings. That's sad. Would have been better if I changed the first bear into Teddy. Anything else I can do out here? Doesn't look like it. CT is ignoring my Monster Hunter dad jokes. Yeah, probably. There is a certain level that she'll stoop to. stereo mobile whilst also playing Wordle. Multitasking. What's over here? Well, that took 25. Dream Lantern 2. Doesn't really help us, but means we can collect shadow plots again at least. I'll try to have a good rest of the stream. Okay, Mass, thanks for coming along and have a good night. This isn't working. Also, what is Wordle? A game where you have to guess a 5-letter word. When you get it wrong, it tells you what letters are right and if you've got any in the right position. Yeah, so it's a word game you can play every day. So it's always a 5-letter word. When you get a letter in the right place, it goes green. If you get a letter in the correct letter in the wrong place, it goes yellow. And you only have a limited amount of guesses, and the idea is you're trying to get it in the fewest amount of guesses. I wonder. Oh, that's still too high. Well, one button was over there, so the other button can't be that far away, surely. place has been all about sort of obvious but obscure. So you can get through here, but only if you notice that one section of glass is actually broken. It's not a bad collection there. No, Wordle is not like scrambled eggs. Isn't Scrabble just a type of ego if you tilt your head the right way? Hellspit Dark is passed out. I am pretty certain he is still passed out. But he did a mouth stream, so it's understandable. If you have Amazon Prime, you have no excuse not to watch Supernatural to the end. You also have no excuse not to watch The Legends of Vox Machina and The Mighty Nine, which are also both on Amazon Prime and very good. This is called time. Prismatic flower lamp, just what I always wanted. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh my god. Why have I not found this cave before? We are full on them now. I need to find somewhere to spend them. Ow. isn't there? Burns, you and Baby Mischief coming over for crystals. T is paying for us all. Wait, what? What are you on about, Burger? Crystals is a food place. T's buying everyone dinner, is she? Yeah, when they're hunting in the psych ward, yeah. They get caught in the morgue. So what are you two doing in here? Pudding! I think that turns around and say, girls love the crazy. Didn't you just make $300 this month from Twitch tea? Oh. Why have I never found this before? Well, thank you for the hydrate reminder. I will hydrate now. Oh, and thank you for the posture check. I am actually sitting up because this mic stand is much better than the last one. So I can actually sit in the right position without too much trouble. I think your favourite episode is the racist truck ghost. Right, that's taken 30 to get it to half. Steal that lamp. Mine has to be when they first find the Man of Letters bunker. Yeah, it's it's quite an impressive bunker. But then you do have to deal with the whole Men of Letters story arc. It has to be the track one or the first introduction of the Hellhounds. I'm not sure what I'd say is my favourite episode. Dark is alive! We have evidence that there is life. Or that someone has hacked his account. One of the two. Well, let's go with the positive and presume he's alive. Dark, did you stream for a little longer than you should have? I should post going with the "It's alive!" That's my angler around here. Anyone seen an angler slime? How you doing, Dark? Yeah, he streamed for 6 hours and 11 minutes. He then carried on through my stream, the rest of my stream, and the rest of T's stream. Aha. Oh, I forgot I need a boom slime over here. Dark has new butts? I mean, he keeps complaining that his butt's hurting. Is this like a transplant, or...? Not that way. This way. Dark, I've done a 24-hour stream before. It is hard work. Oh, talking about jobs on your list, T, how's my model coming along? Dark, if you do, you need to sleep on the stream at least. No, you can go straight through 24 hours. It's just hard work. Yeah, I doubt I'd be able to do 24 hours, maybe another 12 hour. I just woke up again. Welcome back to the land of the living. She still needs to finish her legs. Maybe she doesn't want legs. Maybe she's happy without legs. Maybe she's ignoring me. Lay down surrounded by cats and fell asleep. Yeah, that'll do it. Or you'll take them. Yes, pet fluff and body temp will do it. My cat keeps waking waking me up when I want to sleep. Well, then stop wanting to sleep. So inconsiderate. Oh, are you kidding me? I had a boom port on me anyway. Thank you for the posture check. I am actually sitting up. I will stretch my back. Harley's the boss. She does like something. She lets you know. She doesn't like something. She'll let you know. TM Burns can confirm. Yeah. We've had Harley come and visit a couple of times, and it's very much her way. What's this? Twin statue. Okay. I don't have a twin plot on me. Okay, Oscar, the pure black cat just appeared out of nowhere. I swear he left the room. Dark, what do you want for Crystal's Tears ordering? So it's Harley scratched bones. Has she? She swiped at me. I don't think she's actually scratched me, or if she has, she hasn't broken the skin. Ooh. That was an easy one. What have I found here? Oh, this one's going to be a challenge. Ooh. What's this place? What's that? Dream bubbles. I don't bounce that far. Just sit here. What if I... That made it sit worse. Just sit there for a minute. These mysterious little bubbles appear to form directly from the ether of dreamland. Are they the wandering dreams of slimes or something else? Deposit the dream bubbles into the lab refinery where it could be used to create vac upgrades and slime science gadgets. We don't even have crystals here. We have White Castle. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, T, see you in a little bit. Isn't that food for when you have the munchies? What do you mean, Dark? Dashpad's not going to help. They disrespect them like that. They aren't just a burger place. Imagine not having crystals and only having White Castle. I thought White Castle was like a burger place, and when you're high, you go to White Castle. Okay, if you say so. What I need. Spring pad further in that tunnel. Let's see what's up here first. More dream bubbles and a button. So I'll say that did something. It did that. There's another talky thing down there. So that must be why we can come up this high then. Where's that want to go? To there? Doesn't seem powerful enough. That's better. Oh. Why can't I place it anywhere around here? I don't get why I can't place stuff around here. have to come back with a fourth one. Slumber slimes. I finally found them. Hey Beatrix, seems you are not lost in the dreams just yet. Everything here seems to be turning gold. Yes, the Dreamland's proximity to the Prism Core, you're seeing some of the worst of its effects. Outside the labyrinth, you have seen mostly chromatic changes to the world, but inside, where the effects are amplified, elemental properties will shift entirely. In here, I've seen water turn to glass, trees turn to metal, and whole structures, suddenly the Prism Core becomes nearly invisible before vanishing entirely. As if it just phased right out of reality. Bit by bit, all of the Dreamland will turn to gold unless we can stop it. Where you stand will grow heavily and fall from the sky. In time, the generated atmosphere here will collapse and further destabilize the labyrinth. And once the labyrinth walls, the Prism Core's energy radiates across the whole far, far range, and it will transform this world into something unrecognizable, taking all life on the planet with it. The slimes. Yes, even the tenacious couldn't possibly survive such a catastrophe, but we won't let that happen. You and I will find a way. Okay. So Dark found a great combo of Support Hunter to do Omega with. It's the Great Sword User, the Hunting Horn, and Phoebus. Can't wait till they add dual heavy bowgun to Monster Hunter. Dark, by the way, you might have missed this, but Burns said he put Monster Hunter on his throne. I saw also I haven't tried the new Greatsword Support Hunter yet. Yeah, as I said earlier, if the goal is hit, then I don't really have a choice but to play it. Yes, Rex, Monster Hunter. Oh, another puzzle. No! Let me get to the puzzle. That old ass game. Apparently some people still like it. I mean... So there's the door. Where's the thingy to open it? Oh, was in the original Monster Hunter game. No, Monster Hunter Wilds is on there. Oh, it's there. Oh. Okay. Monster Hunter 1 stream when burns. I can dust off the PS2 and we can do some online on dial-up. Yeah, I don't think so for some reason. Like, it was all of that just to get to a thingy. Although I can take the potted plants. Just because it's a way to get back up, the looks of it. Oh, map fragment. Oh, map. Oh, so I've missed a map fragment over here. You're sat on a teleporty thing. Great, now I need a fuck ton of meat to feed him. Crystal slumber logos. I beg your pardon, Rex. People say Wilds and World is hard, but then there is Frontier. We'll get out our PS2s, get the dial up, crack open some Mountain Dew, and eat White Castle. That sounds like the perfect gamer night. Surely you do it as a LAN party at that point. Frontier was a Monster Hunter MMO. Some sort of party going on there. So I think we're going to need 4 for this. Oh no, I got away with that. Only just. But either not the super ultra intense monsters, those are the plain idiotic. I was thinking more like we get some. This one's in Rise. That was the original from Frontier. Slimes turn evil. Yes, so if slimes can eat the plorts of other slimes, but if they eat too many, they turn into tars. And then they start eating other slimes. So you have to deal with them. I've already already talked to you, haven't I? I call this place Dreamland. I used to make my way up here, and once, while away, a few hours among the clouds. It's a nice place, but don't forget about your problem. To forget about your problems. Open that door? No, we'll just lowers that. Oh wait, there's a beam down there. I have to do. So there's one here as well. Oh. If in doubt, just throw them away. What slimes do you have? Or as in what I've got in my ranch or what I've seen? I wish Monster Hunter would let us merge monsters together to make abominations of nature. You're thinking like the gene splicing thing in stories. Kind of, but more extreme. You should name a slime dark, a tabby slime. I do have tabby slimes. I was asking what you've seen. I think I've seen everything now. Oh no, maybe not. There's still 2 slimes I haven't seen. Yeah, just 2 slimes I haven't seen, but they're probably in the snowy area. The sabers are in that snowy area as well. another one there as well. We're still gonna need... Oh, really? Go away. Don't you see I'm working here? I wish there was a tea slime. That doesn't quite reach. So you're still gonna need a fourth one to get all of them. If you lick tea, aren't you going to catch her virus? Don't think that's quite how it works. Oh, there's something over there. Do I risk it? Hey, we made it. So red tea or... That was over here. Cool. So many little places I've tried hiding away. Come on. Where's the spinny platform? There it is. A dark, what weapon type do you think Burns will end up playing? I'm hoping this will unlock that door. Oh god. No, so... Oh, I've done 2 of 3. So where's the third one then? What have I missed in this area? The shadow port must have been somewhere over that side. Didn't Ben say he would go for a gunner setup? I mean, when I did the beta, I was using the heavy bow gun, I think. Going for the stand out the way and let everyone else fight whilst I just shoot, or just pot shot into the fight. Did it have a guard? I have no idea. I played one session of the beta with Dark and T telling me what to do. It had lots of different ammo types though. Oh yes, I meant to say well done on getting a weekly done on Space Marines yesterday. That was your first weekly. Yes, that was my first weekly. I haven't done any of the hard weeklies, but I did a weekly. So that counts for something, right? Right? Oh, that was the shadow. That was the shadow statue. So it's somewhere else then. It's not necessarily that side. The shadow statue's there. Slumber's there. Marines 2 worth buying now. I'm not a statue, I think. There's other comments that can go along with that, Luke Shadow. I would say it's worth buying. It is a lot of fun. Takes a little bit of getting used to the controls, but I'm playing on keyboard and mouse at the moment, so it's going to be slightly different for me anyway. Space Marines 2 when? It was last night. No, we sometimes do Space Marines 2 at the weekends. We haven't really planned anything for this weekend yet. But depending on... And Dark sometimes does it on his streams, which are earlier than mine. And usually does it as an open lobby, because it's usually him and T plus a space. I know on release Space Race 2 didn't have much content. Yeah, it seems to have lots of content now. 2 different factions you're fighting against, lots of story. So we've got another stream just to finish off the story mode. If I go up here... Oh, that's just that statue. That, Shadow Slimes thing. What have I missed? Do we need to put Loot Shadow in Horny Jail again? Horny Jail just increases his power level. Well, the fact he has a cell with his name on it now. We need to put a shock roll on him. He'd probably enjoy that. The Germans are weird like that. To talk about my residence. Yeah, Luciano just lives in Horny Jail now. Made more sense just to let him move in. I'm his roomie, we share a cell and cuddle up to keep warm at night. Oh yeah, you're not allowed any like blankets or anything in Horny Jail. And it's 1 bed per cell. Single at that. Me currently having my feet on a stockpile, so my legs... Oh, a shock plate, sorry, so my legs get better blood flow. As I said, gems are weird. They like that sort of thing. Well, it's horny pets like Vaporium, Labany, and Gardevoir. No, that's too far. Yeah, I mean that poor Gardevoir. She didn't deserve that. No one deserves that. I like Pokemon way too much to think about stuff like that. Luke Shadow, I would call your bluff, but I'm too scared to. Luke Shadow, do you need to go have a cold shower? Starting to wonder if Tyler needs it as well. Random tabbies appear out of nowhere. The horny virus spreads. I don't know if it'd help knowing what statue I'm looking for. Tyler, that pal is questionable at the best of times. Luke Shadow, that's just a scantily clad woman with a mask and some pistols. You sure this game should actually be like not like an 18 plus or something? If you're starting to use sort of women as your battle slaves. Digimon grew up with the audience. So the developers are just as depraved. It's also way darker than Pokemon. They're paid in turns, signed contracts. Trying to do groceries whilst also trying to fight Morrison's to send a 12-pack of cat food when I order 40 with no change in price. Even in the first anime, you're confronted with death and other stuff. Okay. Especially season 3. Don't understand what I'm missing here. I actually cried after the movie Last Evolution. Why? I cried even in the game. But why? What caused you to cry? Reasons. Oh wait, is there not? There's one in here, isn't there? There's one there. It's a twins. I have seen it. Oh, that's unstable. Really anything good. Let's find you some food. Right. Now I have to find my way back there. I grew up with Digimon from season 1, and that's why the end of the movie just hit differently. Fair enough. I was always on the Pokemon side of things. Grew up with all of the Pokemon games on Game Boy. Now, hopefully if we go back to the door, it'll be open now. Hey, the door's open. Whee! Oh my god. You got a ton of fruit, okay. You're sat on a portal thing as well. Well, that was a difficult door to open. I'm sure I'll drop down there just a second. Let's just have a quick look around. Does it count if I feed them unstable fruit? Not that I can find any, but... We. I can hardly believe you made it this far, Beatrix. The labyrinths would swallow a normal person, but you're different. I was right to put my faith in you. The Prismacore lies ahead. Maybe together we can stand a chance of stopping this thing and changing the future of far, far range. I'm ready to get back to exploring. Happy exploring. Oh. Oh, because that doesn't look ominous at all. Guess I just have to jump. Looks like it could be a door. Oh look, I can now use this path. Oh my god, A1 picture just gave me a heart attack. I quote, solo leveling produces 2026 message to fans. Something truly exciting might happen for solo leveling fans this year. I'm sorry, but please, it's just a little longer. My name is Harley and I stick my head under the cat food when Dark is pouring it out for me. Well, yeah. She just forgot to turn her head and open her mouth so that she could just catch it as you were pouring it. Actually, now it's gravy on her head. Oh, it was wet food as well. It wasn't even dry. This is the question, Doc. Were you putting it straight into a bowl on the floor? Where are you going? Really? You're stopping there? No. Just no. Enter the prisoner core within the Grey Labyrinth. Here it is, Beatrix, the Prismacore. It's breathless when I was breathless when I first saw it, seeing the way the light twisted and moved around it, the way it seemed to change with every moment. It was like staring into infinity. If I only knew then what I knew now, what would become of it, of me, of everything. I'm sorry to bring you here, to have pulled you into all this, but it was the only way. But where are you, Gigi? I'm afraid I can't greet you in person. I would have loved to thank you properly, but I've locked myself away in the facility on the other side of this room. I'll try to explain everything. After all, you've been through to get here. I at least owe you that much. So let's start over. My name is Gigi Twillers West. I'm the granddaughter of Hobson and Thora. Wait, how is that possible? You might not believe this, but the short answer is that I am from the future. In my time, I discovered Rainbow Island and the Prisma Core, and things went badly. It was rapidly destabilizing, and when I tried to fix it, I only made things worse. I called the wrong people to help, and they tried to exploit the unnatural power. Everything quickly fell apart after that. There was an explosion, prismatic light tore across Rainbow Island and into the atmosphere of far, far range. I shielded myself from the blast, but my arm, something happened. The energy from the Prisma Core implanted itself in me. I can feel it coursing from my arm, dispersing despite my efforts to contain it. It's why I've sealed myself away and need your help. When I get near to the Prisma Core, it causes the destabilization to accelerate, like it's reacting to its own energy signature. But if you're here, what about back home? My world, the far, far range in my time, is on the brink of disaster. The Prisma Core's energy has blanketed the atmosphere and has begun to warp the environment as it has here, changing trees to metal, water to glass, and even phasing the natural world out of reality. In time, there is nothing left to sustain the ecosystem. Faced with that, knowing I had a hand in causing it all, I had to do something. So how did you travel here? Remember during the previous journey into the Glass Desert, when my grandfather led you to a portal beyond space and time? When you got there, it seemed like it was ruined. Well, that was because I had already used it. I was able to direct the one in my world to point in our timeline. That was just one problem. It crumbled from the shock of activating when I arrived. I didn't realise it would be a one-way trip. So you're stuck here? Yes. Perhaps that's a way of repairing. There's a way of repairing the portal, but like so many things here, it's beyond my understanding. So I have to accept that I will never return home, never see my family again. But it will be worth it if we can somehow stabilise the Prisma Core. If we can do that, then not only do we save everything here and now, but it will fix my mistakes in the future. I have to believe that. How do we stabilise the Prisma Core? In my research, I've discovered that whoever built the Grey Labyrinth created a device called harmonizers designed to stabilise the Prisma Core, only they just didn't work. There evidence that it was attempted multiple times, each time having the opposite effect of making the situation worse. But if you didn't work here, how will it... If it didn't work here before, how will it work this time? I'll have to explain later, but I think I have something that maybe they didn't. Something that might allow it to work this time. There's only one problem: the harmonizers are lost. There's no record of where they are located. Heck, there's no record of what they even look like. I'm completely in the dark here and don't know what to do. You know, your grandfather once gave me some great advice. Oh, what did he say? Never give up? To keep pushing through when all the odds are stacked up against you? My mum always said that Grandpa had a way with words. He said, keep your peepers peeled. Huh. What do you mean? The only way to find something hidden is to look for it. But where do you even start? I've seen some funny looking walls. Seems like a great start. What all the walls that I've said? this looks like it's out of place. Beatrix, that's it. I keep thinking I find a door or something I can't enter, but what if they're hidden in plain sight? I think I could make some new tech that you could use to test this theory. Head on over to the exchange station on the balcony above and I'll get you set up. Hello again. I've linked the exchange station to my facility here so we can exchange things that you find for things I can make. And I will say I think I can invent something that can uncover hidden areas in the labyrinth. And maybe the harmonizers. I really hope so. My guess is that anything unstable or out of place here is a result of the prismatic waves blanketing the labyrinth and transmuting things. If I could invent something to nullify them in the localized area, it might be enough for you to uncover where the harmonizers are hidden. How can you build something like that? Well, for starters, I'll need prismatic plorts to make the blueprint. I'll need to run all kinds of prismatic tests to figure out the parameters we're working with. As for building it, these strange shadow slimes might be the answer. Their plorts have a natural dampening effect on prismatic waves. Maybe they evolved to do that somehow. They can flatten the wavelength in order to... Sorry, I'm getting caught up in things here. Just keep your eyes out for shadow plorts, as they may be useful later. In the meantime, bring me your prismatic plorts, and then I can get to work on the nullifying device. By the way, I can also exchange prismatic plorts for coins. You can spend at a kind of underground market, something I discovered whilst looking for some of the special tech I need to build my facility. But never mind that. The important part is now that is working on that nullifying device. So go get those plorts. We're getting closer, Beatrix. Let's see this thing through. So we need 30 of them. Lovely. That's a facility, I presume. I rigged up this hydro shower for emergencies, but there's no water running in this place, just a lot of pipes. If we can somehow get water running, it will definitely prove useful, trust me. I'll explain more later. Say so. That's also a door over there from the looks of that. Okay, so we need to go collect stuff. Oh look. A wall that looks unstable. Gives us water to work with. You want fruits? None here. And Space Marines 2, the sniper is combat class, convince me otherwise. They're all combat classes. I suppose you could loosely call it a support class because it's meant to hide at the back. I mainly stab. Don't think that's what you're supposed to do. That's sniper, they go for reinforcements. And the only way to fix stick drift with a home remedy. Any suggestions from chat? Dark's having trouble with his stick and needs your help. that looks suspicious as well. See the shimmer on it? Those. Well. Oh, now it's gone. Try taking apart one of the older controllers with Drift, cleaning it and seeing if that works. It's a PlayStation controller. There's also the fact as well, if you've got two controllers, both with stick drift, you could combine the good parts of the two into one good one. It's most likely a PS5 controller on a PS5. Turn off the PS5, connect the cable, power it on and see if it persists. Suggesting it might be a connection issue. Is there a door in the middle, but there's no... God. Try that again. No. Ow. remember correctly. I'm getting into a new area. Sorry, was in a hunt? Yeah, it's a PS5 controller. There are bits to take apart, but can be done. After that, try seeing if it's software. Might save you cracking it. That's weird. I've noticed some drift both plugged in and unplugged, but haven't tested to see if its software update is needed. There we go, that opens up this section of the map. There's another door? Why is there another door? There's a wall there though. Right, that's the 30 I need. Always blocked. God, I found a tater. Let's put that back. Made a wrong turn somewhere. There. Does that now mean that this way is now... After opening 3 doors, and finally go through this way. And all the way up all of the stairs again. Through the portal. Rainbow coins and nullifier. Now that you have my nullifier gadget, go ahead and craft it at the fabricator in the conservatory. It can then be... It's then up to you to start looking for those hidden areas behind strange walls. Seriously? I've come all the way here. It's like, yeah, now I'll go all the way back to the conservatory and... This just reminds me of the Mochi Mills levels in Slime Rancher 1. We had to get the Quicksilver slime plorts to be able to advance it. Actually, before we go back, nullifier, shadow plorts, hyper plorts, twin plorts, slumber plorts, and new bucks. 20 of each. Hypers, I've got some on me, so I can put them into a pot when I get back. Twins I've already got, I think. Shadows are a pain in the ass. The slumbers I've only recently seen. Could have done that an easier way, but oh well. Gold one did not last long. Are there plans for tomorrow? We haven't discussed any plans for tomorrow yet. Why? It's Friday tomorrow, so I presume T's doing Friends Friday? I've gone the wrong way for where I wanted to go. Let's go over that side. Curious is all going to do my usual thing this Friday, but wasn't sure about the evening. Yeah, I presume T's going to do Friends Friday. And I presume that me and you are involved in that. I mean, I would like to do some more Forever Skies. Right, it is slightly earlier than usual, but I am flagging because of the New Year's Eve countdown stream last night that went on longer than expected, so I think I am going to call it there. Also want to do more 7 days. Yeah, I was thinking maybe sometime over the weekend. Need to see what days T's around. I don't know if she's got her usual commitments this weekend or not. But she is currently busy, so we do not know. But yeah, that was some more Slime Rancher 2. It looks like we're starting to get into the endgame stuff now. So we'll be doing a lot more exploring and collecting once we've got these nullifiers going. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that. I know lots of people were sort of lurking in the background doing other things, and I was the noise in the background to keep people company, so I hope that I fulfilled that job. But yeah, Dark is probably going to be streaming tomorrow afternoon, which usually ends up being either Monster Hunter or Space Marines 2. So tune in for that. On the Monster Hunter note, if you are wanting me to play Monster Hunter still, there is stuff on my throne to be able to do that. If we hit the goal on there, then I have to play Monster Hunter. So yeah, check that out. And yeah, we will probably be back for Friends Friday on T's channel. Otherwise, I will be back on Saturday evening with something. Watch this space for details. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming along, and I will see you next time. Bye for now, guys.
Birdseed sits in the glow of the screen, fingers fly fast like a war machine. Controller's his weapon, his world's a stream, living the dream in the digital scene. Headset crackles with his battle cries, virtual kingdoms fall under his skies. No sleep, no rest, he's on the rise. Birdseed the gamer with fire in his eyes. Birdseed, king of the game, lighting up the world with a fiery flame. Screaming his chaos, he's calling his name. Birdseed the gamer with fire in his eyes. Enemies tremble when they see his tag. Victory's his flag, he doesn't lag. Trash talk flies, but he never drags. Birdseed's a storm in a tattered rag. Pixels and wires, his battlefields. To no one he bends, he never yields. Through the code, his fate is sealed. Birdseed's spirit cannot be concealed. Birdseed, king of the game, lighting up the world with a fiery flame. Screaming his chaos, he's carving his name. Birdseed the gamer with fire in his eyes. Pixels and wires, his battlefield. To no one he bends, he never yields. Through the code, his fate is sealed. Birdseed's spirit cannot be concealed.